Hey guys, what's good on? This is EJ123 and welcome back to a Minecraft Let's Play video. And this is a video inside of EJ's lovely world. But this is a bit of a weird one. So obviously this is my second channel if you haven't been here before. This is my second channel, EJ number 2. Welcome. We're going to be touring around my entire lovely world today. And the reason I've decided to do this is because what I used to do when I reached an 100 episode landmark is I used to like do a world tour. But the only problem is that my world's like a bit too big to do that. Um, now. So I ended up splitting it to two in my last one when it got to 500, and then now it just doesn't really make sense to do that just because it's much more interested to do, like I say, a villain attack like what I did for this last one. So there's a few reasons why I've wanted to do this tour. One, as I've just mentioned, it's been a while since I've done one. Also, it's because of the new vibrant visuals that have come out. I just kind of wanted to have a look around my world and just show it off with the vibrant visuals. And also, it's celebrating my 800th video because that has just gone out on the main channel. So those two like sort of happened at the same time. Like this come out on like Proper Minecraft, like as experimental at similar times. So I just thought it was probably a good time to just do like a full world tour and see what I'm up to now. So let's start off by showing. Well, this is my balcony. Obviously, you see this every day. These lights are pretty cool. Actually, they turn on whenever it gets to night time, so that's pretty cool. This is my hallway. You can see I've got like a fish tank there, which is pretty cool. And then this is where I store stuff for videos. If we don't have anything that fits in the things for day boxes. And then this is my bedroom. These paintings are quite glowy, aren't they? Yeah, you can see I've got like a phony sound system. I've got some storage there, and then I do have a secret little area around the back here, with just some redstone in. And then in here, this is where I come every day to put my clothes on. This is my armory. You can see I've got like a load of jewels and tools, and then this is where I come to put all my clothes on. Today I'm going to put my party suits on because it is a special occasion. So anyway. Let's go downstairs now. This is my spiral staircase, which is a more recent change. Down there, that's like a little behind the scenes room, so I won't share that too much. Then through here, this is my dining room. This is where we come for, say, Christmas, or like Easter, or any time that we have a big meal. So I probably shouldn't be standing on the table. And then this is the kitchen. You've got some furnaces in here, and then eventually this is where I actually store food in as well. And then through here, this is my hallway. You can see I've got some of my achievements on the wall here. And then through here, this is my it's a bit dark. This is my living room where we can come watch films, which we have actually done in the past as well. And then you can see we've got a pretty cool light switch in here, which turns the lights on and off, which is quite handy for when we're watching a film. And then out here, this is my spawn area. This is basically where people spawn when they don't set their spawn and die, or if they join my world for the first time, then this is just the area that they spawn in. I thought it'd be cool to build an area for people to spawn. And then up there, I've actually got like a world map of my. Let me get my spyglass just so you can see better. I've actually got a world map which you can see all the things that we'll be exploring in this video. You can see my stadium, which I built very recently there. You can see all the stuff. You can see that's where we are now, the spawn area, and then that is all the mini games. Let's go in and put this back on the wall here, and then we can go and show where the helpers live. So this is helper headquarters. You can see it looks pretty cool. It's like it's sort of like a pet hotel. This top bit, and this bottom bit is. Ooh, there's beds in here. I haven't looked around this copy of the world. I would admit this is a bit older because I've recorded a bit ahead. I just kind of loaded up the version which is like got no spoilers in. So this is the same one I think that I did the original Vibrant Visuals video on actually. So those beds might have been in here. But yeah, it looks like Amethyst would have been joining us in this video as well. But I'm not going to be taking any dogs just because we're going to be going some dangerous places. But yeah, this is where the helpers wait and the pets all wait for us to come collect start the video. This is where all of Steve's pets lives. You can see all the names there for the troughs, a massive bed, and you can see them all lounging around. Hi guys. Up here, this is Deadlocks's wolf pack up here, which is very nice, and his piggy as well. And then above here, this is Daddy-O's pets. Hello Daisy and hello Daisy's friend. And then up here, this is all my pets, where all my dogs live, and Harry and Harry Jr. Good morning, guys. And then if we go further up, you can actually get a blue smudge. You can actually see a pretty cool view of the area, and this is meant to be like an infinity pool as well, so it's pretty cool. So if the helpers, maybe it's a hot day or something, if the helpers want to go up and chill in the pool, then they can. Anyway, let's go downstairs now because that's where the actual helpers' houses are. Because they live so they used to live like in a mountain over there, and then I moved the houses over here basically because it's just easier to have it where we're all in the same place and I'm not trekking all over the world to collect them. But yeah, I've sort of built it in the style where it looks like they're outside. It's a bit dingy down here, really, isn't it? But yeah, as you can see, this is Deadlocks's house. This is his sun lounges, and he's got a pool with a duck inside. If we go up here, this is his main lobby bit. You can see he's got a Lord Deadlock, CEO of his house. And then if we go downstairs, we've got a like a storage room, and I think, oh yeah, there's like a little storage room like for extra storage down here as well. And then if we go upstairs, we will see his bedroom, which I will show off, but I won't show off for very long, just because I don't know if Deadlocks wants me rummaging through all of his stuff. Here we go. Here's Deadlocks' bedroom. Next door to Deadlocks is Daddy-O's house. So yeah, here's Daddy-O's house. This is actually like one of the first things that I ever built. Like this was built like before the hotel and like the Della restaurant and all sorts of that. All sorts I'll be showing off later. But yeah, this is Daddy-O's house. You can see he's got a glow squid in here, and yeah, all of his stuff and like a composter and his pet parrot as well, and his things for stay box as well. Pretty cool design, I think. The only thing that annoys me is the roof, because the pattern like looks all right here, but then if you look up here, like it really doesn't line up. Oh yeah, like all of this is like wonky as well, so it is a bit wonky. Oh, it's not what I meant to do. It's closed. There we go. So it is. It's all a bit wonky, but yeah, I don't know. I still think it looks cool. This is Steve's Ark. Basically, when we moved down here, I said to Steve, "Do you want to design your own house?" Because Steve was actually living in my old house. So he designed his own house. And this is what he decided to do it because he's got all of his animals. So he did it like in a boat, so this way you can steer the boat. There's a crow's nest up there, and then there's of course the duck figurehead, because that is Steve's favourite animal. Got a little flower there. And then in here we've also got a storage room. And then that bloody parrot. Then we've got like a waiting room in here, and then through here we've got the bathroom, and then in the other room we've got a kitchen, as you can see, and then here we've got Steve's bedroom like this with a sniffer at the computer as well. All the pets are back over here from when we did the Olympics. There's going to be a separate video where I'm going to come and ride all of these minecart tracks, because there's a few of them, and I don't want to and some of them are quite long, and I don't really want to be worrying about riding them now, just because this video otherwise will be very, very long. And it will be very, very long anyway, but it will be even longer. Let's go this way, I think. This here is Bog Brushes. This is the shop that Steve designed, and basically the idea is that that all of these are different ways to like different ways to have a toilet brush, and you can see this is the inside of the shop as well. Very, very nice build. One of the few things that I didn't design, Steve did. This here is Moon Lagoon. You know what? We've timed this actually pretty well, actually. In a second, this will all light up, and it will, yeah, all the entire lake will be aglow. in a second if this is working. Basically, the idea is that at daytime it's a boating lake, and then at nighttime it all lights up, and it's a restaurant. So, oh, there we go. Very, very cool. So yeah, if we go through here, this is where you can buy it like a ticket to get in, and then because you bought the ticket to get in, all the boats and the food is free, so it's very nice. And you can see because it's nighttime, it's redirecting us this way to the restaurant. But if it was daytime, this block will be down and this one will be up to direct us to the boating lake. And you can see this way you can order your food, and then you actually get around using Frostwalker, which it looks like there isn't a barrel at the minute, but there probably is one somewhere. I've just ran past it. Anyway, moving on. Oh god, I'm gonna do this in like a bit of a weird order, really, aren't I? This building here is my drop-in restaurant. Basically, the idea is you can see it's like different. One thing I do like about this building is like tiered of blue. So that's like light blue, although those top and bottom do look the same shade. That's light blue, that's cyan, and then that's dark blue underneath the very bottom layer. But yeah, the idea is it's a pretty cool pun actually. Well, punny pun. The idea is that say I wanted some cake, I would press that button and it would send a cake flying. Oh god, it's very, very slow. It would send a cake flying around this building in the water, and then eventually it dropped down into the middle. Hence the name Drop-In Restaurant, because you're like dropping in and the food is dropping. It's just punny all over. But yeah, as you can see, since moving to Bedrock, the the food goes around much slower than it used to. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll need to come here and fix this at some point. But yeah, as you can see, it goes around here, and then eventually it will go up that first layer and then drop down here, which I'll stick around for. I don't want to be like showing literally everything off in its like, you know, in detail as this, but I feel like because we've stuck around, it'd be silly to go now when the cake is literally just about to stop. So yeah, in a second you'll see the cake will go around that corner, and then it will drop into the middle of this table. Any second now. There we go. And there we go. I can take that for later, because no doubt I will need it. And then this here is my it's not mine. It's Daddy's mining facility, and basically this is where we come if we want to go strip mining. So there's a big strip mine down here. Yeah, down at the bottom of the world Y12, which is where the old diamond layer used to be. Obviously now you can go way deeper in the world, but yeah, this is this is quite an old build, so it doesn't really go that deep. This is Porcupine, one of my least favourite shops, I'm going to be honest. Basically, the idea is that it's a pork restaurant, but with every purchase you get a free pine cone. So you can see this is where the pigs will be stored, and you'd also farm the pine cones there. Yeah, it's just a bit underwhelming. You can see it's so underwhelming that it made me yawn. And then this here is my Cool Quartz Spa. Basically, the idea of this is that there is a creeper in the middle. Hello. Let's shoot it. Actually, let's make sure that you can't come anywhere near me, because I do not want to blow up this. This is one of the oldest buildings that I've got inside of my lovely world. Basically, this pattern is meant to be relaxing. I think since moving to Bedrock, though, it's sped up. Because when I built this originally on 360, it was very laggy and very slow, and now it's just really, really quick and quite sickening if you look at it too long. So let's knock that off so it doesn't lag the world. This is my library, and it's called Shh. Basically, the idea is it's just a normal library. You can see we've got the books around here. We've got a little reading area here, the till here with the enchantment table there, and then, of course, a little kiddie section over here. And then next door to the Cool Quartz Spa is the Currant Bun. And this is my bakery. And basically, the cool thing about it, the reason it's called the Currant Bun, well, the punny thing about it, is that all of the food, or the buns, go around in the current of the water. So that's why it's called the Currant Bun. And also, when you get served the food, you can see that, say I wanted, let's get another cake. I can order the cake by pressing that button, and it will go into the current of the water, into this barrel. Moving on, let's go down this way, because I think there's... Oh, I've got 2 lighthouses actually here. And there's actually probably something I should show you. This is a sad moment of my lovely world here. This is where Blue died, unfortunately. I think that Deadlock's killed her by accident. But yeah, unfortunately, that is how Blue died. This is my lovely lighthouse, built on 360. This is like the edge of the 360 world. And unfortunately, it's broken now. I can't remember why it's broken, but I just know it is broken. But this one, which I built more recently, as you can see, it still works. So we'll go up that. I guess we'll go up that now, actually. And the idea is it's meant to be like a gateway of my lovely world. You can see this is the lovely lighthouse, and we can go up here. And this is how the mechanism works. You can see there's a minecart that goes round. And I had to make this a lot more complicated than the old one just to make it work. And then it's pretty cool as well, because at daytime it automatically redirects the minecart into a cactus. So then it breaks, and then it redispenses out back at nighttime again. Another dog grave here. There's a few of these around my lovely world. This is Hannah's grave. I think a creeper actually blew Hannah up. And no, go away. I said creeper, not spider. And basically, yeah. Unfortunately, Hannah passed away. What to show next? This is my bridge. I built this quite recently. Yeah, this is... I say quite recently. I built this when I moved over to Bedrock Edition. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then I built the pier at the same time. Like, I revamped this whole area at the same time. And then, yeah, so I built the pier, and then I did this pirate ship as well, which I think looks really cool. And it's my first one that I ever built as well on Minecraft and in my lovely world, which would be surprising because I played this game for like 12 years. So you can see this is the crew's quarters. Down here, this is where this is the crew's quarters. This is the captain's cabin. What am I on about? I'm not qualified to tour you around my world. And then this is where all the sails are. You can see the skull and crossbones up there, and then there is a crow's nest up there, and then a plank which I will walk. There is actually in modern lovely world a shop over there that is where all my allies spawn, but or are kept, but I don't actually have that in this version of the world. Anyway, let's go into the more lit up areas, because you can see we're struggling a little bit with these mobs. And let's go over here. This is my comedy club, which Dave designed actually, and he was in the video for this. We built this not too long ago. Yeah, so we all did comedy shows, and then at the end, Stephen Deadlocks did a little something. But the cool thing about this is that if you don't like the comedian, you can drop them into lava. So we did a little competition where Stephen Deadlocks voted who was the worst out of all of us, and they got dropped into lava. And if I remember correctly, I think that was me actually, which is well, yeah, thanks guys. On the back, there's actually, I think I asked Steve to like design the back because I didn't have any screenshots of it, and I think he did like a shrine to Dave. Oh, go away. He did he did a big shrine to Dave at the back, which is pretty funny. This is my military skyscraper, as you can see. Yeah, the idea is that I wanted somewhere to run the military of my lovely world, because I've got my military base, but I didn't have anywhere to like run the actual military. And oh, that's cool as well. You step over pressure plate and it swaps the blocks over to soul sand, and then after a second it swaps it back to magma, so it pulls you back down. But yeah, this is basically just a big office building where the head of the military is. Oh, and you can see a zombie admiring the view. Oh, there's a couple actually. I haven't really lit up my lovely world very well, have I? But I was just about to say, oh, it's a great time to come up here, because you get an amazing view of over my lovely world, and you can see all the things that I need to show you now, and a few of the things that I have already shown you. And then, yeah, this is like the office building. The viewing platform actually wasn't like originally designed, but I thought the view was just so good that I just wanted to have it there. And then also it sort of fits in because like the head of the military is spying over the world to make sure that it is all right, and Indominus Villain are not attacking me. Anyway, there's a couple of shops that I need to show you around here, so we'll come back to my airport later on. This here is Gillian's Jobs. Basically, it is a job centre, so you can see this this doorway. Actually, I think this is pretty cool, and it was pretty complicated for the time. So you can see you can go in, and this is where you go up and you can register for a job there. Next door is my Froglight farm. It's built in the design of a giant pooping frog, so you can come and collect magma cream and Froglights anytime you want. I can actually go inside. You can see the front of the building. It looks like a massive frog, which is pretty funny. But yeah, if we go inside of the building, you can see this is where all the frogs are and the inner workings of the farm. Next door, this is one that I want to make sure that there's no creepers around for. This is Danny's Destroyers. Basically, this is everything that you would need to destroy a building, like a load of TNT, lava, and end crystal, and some fireworks and fire charges and flint and steel. Flint and steel! And then next door, this is like a demolition site, which is where they are. And then this is my digger. This here is Deadlock's Deeds. I keep saying my. It's Deadlock's Deeds, this one, and this just sells a load of building blocks and a load of redstone items, which is all of Deadlock's interests. And then here, this is my first attempt of building like a food shop. This is Get Bready, and basically the idea is that it be an automatic farm. So you'd flick this lever here, and as you can see, it automatically collects all of the blocks up into these hoppers if it was working, but it's not working. But yeah, so I could just put them all into here. Oh, some of them got collected, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then next door is my pumpkin pie shop, and this is everything that you need to make pumpkin pie, because that is what my helpers eat. And then this here is my Deceiving Diamonds. This is pretty cool, actually. This is my bank. I wonder if it works. So basically, the way you'd get into the vault is you take the water out of this cauldron, and what it would do is it'd pull back the diamond block there, and then you take all your money that you'd need out of the vault, and then you press this button, and it would launch you into here. So you press that, and that just resets the system. And then that, oh, there we go, that launches you out, and then this should put the grass block back. There we go. Okay, it does still work. Some of my redstone actually works, which is quite surprising. This so yeah, let's just put that back, and then let's put that back in the chest there, just to be neat and tidy. Even though it's a copy, I don't want to leave this too messy. This is Jonathan's Jewelers. Basically, the idea of this is that it's just the jewelry shop, so you can see all the stuff on display, and then you can go inside, you can see all the gems and that on the inside. And then this here is meant to be like a pet shop. It's called the Strider Stop. Basically, what would be, it looks like they've despawned or died now. Maybe they died if it rained or something. Basically, there will be Striders in here, and they, you'd be able to come and buy them and take them home as a pet. This here is my revamped military base. Obviously, you saw the headquarters before. This is like sort of a boot camp area. So this is where all the soldiers can train, do weights. And you can see there's like a climbing test, a sniping test, and a crawling test. And then there's the flag of EJ's Lovely World waving proudly there. And then this is where you can come and sign up. And then there's actually a bunker down here. You can see it's not very strong. Maybe I should change this to be like obsidian or something. And you can see a chicken taking shelter. And we can come down here if there are ever any emergencies inside of my lovely world. This here is Sniffer Around. Pretty cool building, if I do say so myself. Basically, this is a home for my Sniffer. I think she's called Sally. Basically, the idea is that when you come inside, you can see there's a tripwire hook that sends off a minecart, and anything that Sally has sniffed up, it will dispense out here. Oh, like a picture pod. Very nice. Well done, Sally. And then when I walk out, that minecart will stop going backwards and forwards. This here is the optical factory. This is just my opticians. It's not very interesting, to be honest. There's your reception, there's a waiting room, and then this is the optometrist room. You can see the letter test there. Once again, I'm going to circle back round to there, just because otherwise I'll be doing it in a really weird order. This here, I'm going to show it now just because I forget. This is the first thing that I ever actually built in my lovely world. That's still here. I built the hotel first, but that's had a revamp, so I'm not counting that. This is Della Restaurant. This is my first restaurant that I ever built. It basically just meant to be a fancy French restaurant, so you can see you can order in here and sit in here, or if you're on a date, you can go out here and get a lovely view of my pretty park. More on that a little bit later, and a big toilet as well. Hopefully hopefully when I built the Tutti Frutti, it didn't ruin all the sales for the Della Restaurant with just the smell. This hit. Where's the zombie? Maybe it was in there. Oh, I can hear a zombie. I don't know. That's very scary. This is my, what's it called? Sleeping Sanctuary. Basically, in here, you can see we've got a lobby. This is my hotel. In here, we've got the lobby. You can see people can sit down here, and there's a lovely little flower bed. This is where all the luggage is stored. You can see gradually as we go up here. I won't go all the way up now because it'll take ages. But as you go up, the floors gradually get better and better. I can show you out here. Maybe, yeah, you can sort of see that. And then if you go through here, this is the VIP area. You can see we've got a VIP seating, and then you can press this button and it will change this block to Soul Sand, and you can actually probably see all the rooms getting gradually better and better on the way up until eventually you get to the penthouse. And the idea of this is that you can choose what biome you want to sleep in, which is pretty cool, and you do get a pretty spectacular view of my lovely world. When I was revamping my house, I did actually start a few videos in here as well, which is pretty cool. Let's go this way. Oh, there's a dog grave that I don't want to forget down here. This, unfortunately, or is roughly where Barney died. And I can't actually remember how Barney died. It might have been a creeper, actually. Yeah, but unfortunately, Barney did die, which is the first ever dog I had in my world. So yeah, that was quite sad when that happened. This here is my rad radio tower, and yeah, it's just meant to be a radio tower. I guess let's go up, and I can show you that now. See, we can go all the way up, and you can see that this is like where all the CDs are stored. And then you can see this is where they broadcast. And on top of this, there is actually a big satellite dish. Oh, there's a DJ. Hello, what set are you doing? Yeah, you can see there's on top a satellite dish. Maybe when I go up to the top of my clock tower, you'll be able to see it better than now. This here is my terrific telly, and basically this is a place where I can come and do TV broadcasts. Like, for example, this is a chat show. You can see we've got the news, and then this is where adverts are filmed because they're all against the green screen, so it's much easier to do them like that. I'm still waiting. So the concept for this area of my world is as I built this TV. And then I built these two shops together, and I was like, I can link all of these with the music studio. And then I'm planning on building something here. I don't know what yet. I've not designed it yet. But I am planning on building something there, which is sort of media related, maybe like a newspaper shop or something. That's been something I've been toying around with. This is my music studio. Basically, the idea of this is that so my big base, which is my music shops, which I'll show you later, used to be over there. And then when I was building the music studio, I moved the shop over here because I thought that'd be a cool concept for you to be able to order instruments from there. So I'll show you how that works in a second. But for now, this is, I guess, you know what we could do? We can put a little, this is Queen's A Kind of Magic. See, this is all the records they've made. This is the #1. And then this is like a waiting area. And then this is the mixing room. You can see we've got a tape machine here. And then a mixing desk here. And then this is the actual recording space where bands can go record their songs. And then if you want to record say, like the drummers just snap like a drumstick and you've not got any hair, what you can do is you can put a message in here, like a bit of paper, just saying, oh, can we have some more drumsticks please, send that minecart off, and then what it will do is it will go like through a boom arm and a microphone into the big bass, which and yeah, they can give the minecart the drumsticks and then send them back and put it back into the studio, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you the other end of that mechanism in a second. But first, this is my Fantastic Films. This is like a film studio, and the idea is that all the films, like the adverts I showed you before, are all filmed on green screen. I have actually used this a couple of times for some effects in my lovely world, so maybe you can spot them throughout the world, throughout the episode's history. And then this is the green screen. This is my cinema, and basically this originally was called the Cinematic Cinema, and then I changed it to the green screen. One, just because it's like a more punny name, and two, because it's easier when editing. But yeah, I can turn these all these lights off. All these lights will drop, and then the curtain will drop like that. And then what it will do is it will create like a completely dark room, and then there's just the green screen there, which displays the film, which is pretty cool. And then in a second that will, yep, there we go. Ooh, there's a bit of a weird light corner there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, and then the curtain, I made it so that the curtain goes back into here as well. So while you're watching the film, it can just gradually be resetting itself. Oh, there's a shop over here. This is my trashy takeaway. And basically, this is meant to be a fish and chip shop. Like a classic English fish and chip shop. There we go. Oh, God, I finally said it. And then this here is EJ's Town Inc. And basically the idea is this is the place where I come to design all of my shops and that. So you can see there's some waiting rooms for anyone waiting to meet me. This is like an early version of what you've seen a couple of times already, where it changes the block to soul sand. You can see this is my to-do list. Oh, what's on it? A gym and a vet. I've not actually built those yet. That's my to-do list. You can see up... Oh, okay. This is my office up here. You can see the plaque with my name on, then like all of my officey stuff, and then I've got some water coolers there as well. And then the floor... Oh, I didn't... Oh, right. I'm going to have to go back down and reactivate it again. If I press this button once again, and then go back into the thing, you can see this is my helpers' offices here, which is pretty cool. In a second, that'll change back to magma. There we go. Oh, and it still sent me up anyway. In a second, it should... there we go. I was going to say in a second, it should start pulling me back down. And then next door is my eFun Inc. And the idea is that this is where the where all the Oh God, yeah. So this copy of the world is was actually used for a for like a design I was planning on doing. So let me just like that really confused me then. Let me just kill these zombies as well before they kill me. Let me just collect a couple of dirt blocks though, just so I can build across. But yeah, basically the idea of this is that this is meant to be a switching floor. It almost 100%, yeah, like this is cut off half the redstone. If you're wondering what that is, by the way, I was planning on moving my house down to the other, with the other helpers, but as you can probably tell, it didn't really fit that well. So I've decided against that. But yeah, this floor is meant to like switch every time it turns to either night or day. But yeah, it's a bit broken at the minute. And then this is my to-do list. This is the helper offices, and then this up here is my office, which is very similar to my EG's Town Inc. This here is my terraforming shop, and the idea is that it's where you can go to get terraforming done really badly. You can see it's spelled terraforming rather than terraforming. So you can order shops there, and you can see the terraforming is done really bad as well. It's like breaking all of the rules on how to not terraform. Anyway, let's kill these mobs who are intent on killing me. And then let's drop that rotten flesh down there. This is my Brenda's Barber. The idea of this is there's a load of reflections. As you can see, it's got a reflective floor cut off by this. It's also got a reflective mirror as well, which is pretty cool. This, oh no, we won't be able to go down it. This is my light bulb. Basically, the idea is that if you walk in and out of this, that will light up. And the basement down below is actually full of all the different types of lighting. I would show you that, but my house probably broke it, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, you can see that's broken, so we wouldn't be able to show you that, unfortunately. And then this, oh, okay, this is once again sort of able to be seen like my eFun showroom. This is my museum though, and basically I would really like to go and show you the what's it called, the exhibits. Well, basically these are all yeah, just full of like these are like items from around the world, like things that have been destroyed. And then these are some of exhibits of like rebuilds I've done from old worlds. Like at the back there's like my old my first ever mini game that I built, and then at the top there that is like a history of Indominus Villain attacks. Yeah, unfortunately I can't show that off, but you will be able to see that soon. Maybe when I do my 900th one, because this is obviously 800. This is the big bass. I mentioned this before. Yeah, this is just music shop, sells drum kits, pianos, and some jukeboxes. And then if you go up here into this massive microphone, you'll see that the minecart I sent off before is here, and then I can send that back if I put the drumsticks inside. Then if I went back in there, you'd be able to see it. But I'm not going to go back into there because that would just be boring. This here is Bulky Bob. This is something which is definitely not boring. And basically the idea of this is that it's a bulk storage area. So you can see, in there you can't really see it that well. There's a shulker box, which is Bob, and then this is where I come and store all my dirt and cobblestone. Basically because I had too much of it to store in the storage, like big storage place. So I just built this, and I think it's pretty cool. I'll show that later. I'll circle back around to there. This is my ice scraper, and basically the idea is this like a massive ice farm. Basically you can go up there and there's like some ice like farms up there, so I can just mine those with Silk Touch, and then I can use that to make anything to do with ice, normally mini games. Let's go down here because there is a couple of things that I missed out down here, and then I can circle back round to over there. This here is the Foo, and the idea is like a zoo but with farm animals, which I think is pretty cool. So you can see we've got inside of here, maybe they've all despawned actually. Oh yeah, it looks like they've all despawned. But basically, the idea is that this is all got farm animals in, like sheep and pigs and that, instead of actual zoo animals, because you can't obviously spawn in zebras in Minecraft, not without add-ons anyway. And I don't like using add-ons. I'm going to be honest. I get why people do it. It just adds things to the game, but I'd just rather do it all vanilla. And also, I can't be bothered keeping them updated because I know that you'd have to install like a new version every update just to keep them all up to date, which is a little bit annoying. This here is my theatre, which you see every morning on top of my when I walk out on top of my balcony. Yeah, my theatrical theatre, one of the nicest looking things, with vibrant visuals as well. Yeah, I'll put this on, by the way, just so everything looks a little bit nicer, just for the tour. This you can see if the things are sold out, they bring this glass up, and it will show the customers that there's no tickets left. This is where this is where you can come and sit and watch the performances. There's some royal boxes down here, and then yeah, there's the stage with the curtain as well. And then there's also some backstage access which I can go to down here. You get down here. You can see it's sort of like hidden away in the corner, and then yeah, I can get to the stage from here. You can see I can come on stage, and then there's also some mirrors and backstage stuff here. Oh god, that made me jump then. It's a chicken. This down here is my great gardens, and basically the idea of this is that it's a garden centre. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to just build a garden centre. Basically, my idea was that I wanted to build like a mangrove propagule farm. So if you bone meal the leaves, these actually would maybe. Oh no, I think I've just missed it. But basically, every time it turns either day or night, these get bone mealed, and then they grow. So that means I could basically farm this anytime I'm building anything out of mangrove. And then this is the cafe, because garden centres always have a cafe. So yeah, this is my cafe. See, this is the kitchen, and then this is the actual cafe bit. So if I can get through, there we go. And then this here is my observatory. Basically, I can go inside of here, and yeah, this is like a whole thing. I'm not going to go through the whole queue now, but yeah, you can see we've got like security robots, so I can throw in a bit of bread, and it will let me in. So that was the key card. It would let me in, and then this is like all the sciencey stuff where they analyze all the stuff, and then in a second, if the redstone's working, it will shoot up my bit of bread, which I shot up. So it's like giving the pass back, but it looks like the clock's not working at the minute. I could probably get that working. In fact, I definitely could, but yeah, it looks like that's not working at the minute. And then if you go through here, this is where the telescope is. You can see all the shadows from like the what's it called, the glass, the stripes of glass. And then this is what they use to control all the telescope. And then this is pretty cool. You can see it's out of focus at the minute because it's all blurry. But if I flick this, it goes in focus, and you can see everything much clearer. There we go. Which I think is a pretty cool effect. And then you can use this hopper if I throw another item in there, which I don't want to do because I don't want to lose another bit of bread. I can throw the item in there, and what it would do is open up the door again for me to be able to get out. This here is my brilliant bingo. Look at the reflections of the sugarcane. That's pretty cool. This is brilliant bingo. Basically, there's two ways to play this. Because it's sort of a mini game, I guess. Step one is, so every time you press this button, it fires out like music. It's randomly from each side, like this. You can see they fired out all around the arena. And say this was my side, I would need to try and get 9 different types of music disc, of any music disc inside of here. But there's also another game mode where I need to try and get those specific types of music discs. So let me see if I can get a few. There's these. Oh, I think that one's on the board. I've already got right. Oh yeah, Far's on the board. And I didn't get that one. I've already got 13 wards there. I think those are. Oh, and then is Stall on there? Oh, there we go. And then I've just got 2 copies of 13, which I can put in Deadlock's board and make it look like he's cheating. That's sort of it for this area of the town. There's there's the Winter Wonderland that I've got over there, which I'm not going to show that today. I'll show that in the next video, because I will be splitting this into 2 parts, just because otherwise the world is just ridiculously large. Yeah, this is Farming Foods. I don't actually like this building. Everyone's like says, oh yeah, it looks all right, but I just don't like it. I like the bottom floor. I think the bottom floor looks all right, and the inside looks all right. But yeah, it's a bit naff. But the idea is that this is a completely automatic way of farming all the food that the helpers eat. So you can see we've got eggs, pumpkins, and sugarcane. Moving on, let's go round this back way, because there is the Cluck Cluck storage, which I didn't show before. Oh, and Treek. This is a Halloween shop that I built a couple of years ago. Basically, the idea is that it's like I said, a Halloween shop. It's called Treek, and it's in the middle of a forest. And you see on the top floor it sells treats, and on the bottom floor it sells tricks, which is pretty cool. And then next door to that we have my Cluck Cluck storage, and yeah, this is just a massive chest full of other types of chests. And basically at the end of each video I come over here and put all the boxes down, and it automatically sorts everything into all of these chests. Like, is it gonna, there we go, like that. I was looking in the wrong row. Let's go back over here, because there are a couple of things that I still need to show on this. In fact, everything else that I need to show is on this side of the town. So yeah, let's go back around there now. There's a couple of things down there. That there is the first thing that I ever built on the Bedrock edition of the game. When I when I moved across, and it's my mob trap. And basically, the idea is that inside of that there is 4 mob traps, and then they all funnel back down here. And you can see it brings me a load of loot. There is what was it going to call? I was gonna say something then. There is my house over there, which I've actually put another module of this mob trap in, basically because there was nothing spawning in this because I was too far away for it to be loaded. So I just did another one over there, and then it funnels all the stuff over to here. There's a little cluster of buildings down here. This is Perry's Potions, and basically the idea of this is it's a little potion shop, which is pretty cool. And I built this when they added the ability to put potions in cauldrons. Down here we've got a couple of things, and I'll circle back around and show these. This is the island with the ladder of the skies, which we don't like to come here very often. We only come here when something is dire. But yeah, that leads to Adonis Flame and Lord Tyrannus' world. And then down here, this is actually my original theatre. Obviously, I showed my current one now, that I've got now. But yeah, this is the one that I originally built, like sort of like, I guess, an amphitheatre. And yeah, we've put a couple of performances on here now, but we don't really come here very often, just because of my actual theatre. It's mainly nice to keep just for nostalgia. You can see it's like in like the oldest copies of the world I have as well, which is pretty cool. The shops, this shop here, this like weird looking one, this is called Very Vinyl, and basically the idea is that it's a music shop. So if I press this button here, it will bring up a record disc, and it will play the music disc in here. And then if I like it, I can buy it. So this is meant to look like a vinyl record, and then that's obviously meant to be the stylus, and then it puts it into the hopper, and it automatically plays it just like this. Is it going to work? There we go. And then this is Conduit Crime. Basically, the idea of this is like a prison where all the prisoners are kept underwater and they're trapped here. So not only do they get their sentence, but they're also going very, very wrinkly as well, which I think is pretty funny. This here is my Gone Pottery Shard shop, and the idea of this is that it sells like a pottery. It's like a pottery shop where you can come and like mold pots and that, and then also it sells all the different types of pottery shards, which I think is pretty cool. I also do like the lumps of clay as well. And then this here is my Poor Palace, which is basically meant to be a court. So you can see this is where like the jury and the witnesses and all that would sit. And then this is where the doggos would sit, and they would decide whether they are innocent or guilty. And you can see the fireworks going off just like that, in a bit of a weird way. Poor Punishment. This is where they'd be sent until they get transferred into the Conduit Crime. And then opposite here, this is Nancy's Nails. Basically, the idea. What's this? Oh, is that the chains from that? I didn't even make that link. This is Nancy's Nails. Basically, the idea is it's meant to look like an old wooden nail shop, but this is actually like a place where you can get your nails done, which is pretty cool. So you can see this is all the different colours that they offer. And then next door, this is a little window to one of Daddy-O's tunnels. And then this here is my bedrockification chamber. And this is what I used when I turned my world to Bedrock Minecraft. As you can see, it's all activated now, obviously, because I'm on Bedrock Edition. And there's like a whole like computer back there to make that work. And then this opposite here is my Popo Police. This is like a giant donut. Which, if I went somewhere higher, you could... There's nowhere really high around here, apart from up there. Maybe when I go up to the clock tower later, you'll be able to see it. But yeah, the idea of this is that it's my my Popo Police, and basically the idea of this is that it's a giant donut, and this is where all the the police live, not live, but like work. And this is my police attack helicopter, which is shocking. And you can see that's where they come up with the plans as well. And then this is like a little area where you can contain people if you don't want them escaping or getting in. You can like keep them there. This here is my first house. You can see that I built it on an island there. Basically, just get away from all the monsters. You can see I built a bridge leading to it, which is like the second thing I ever built after the first house, which is pretty nice. And you can see, yeah, this is it here, and it's got all my original stuff in, which is pretty cool. Then that's the portal to the old Ethun, which is in the Nether, and then back here we've got like a console for the Nether, and then this is a pen with with a skeleton horse in for some reason. Then opposite this is my cone cream ice cream shop. And basically the idea of this is it's a ice cream shop where you can get any flavour of ice cream you want. Basically, you say I want a bread flavour ice cream. I can throw the bread inside of this hopper and then press that button and it will freeze the bread and make it into ice cream, which is pretty cool. And I did a similar thing with my milkshake place, which I will show off later. And you can see the floors like strawberry, vanilla and chocolate as well, which is pretty cool. This next door to it is my camping. I don't really like this one. I just don't think it's very funny, and I don't think the inside of this looks good. But the idea of this is that everything here is meant to be camp, so it's all very, very pink, and it just doesn't look very good, and I don't think it's very funny. Opposite this, on here, this is where my axolotls live. You can see I've got a load of them. They're all in this corner for some reason. Hi guys, very nice to see you. Very rarely come say hi to these guys. And then this is my rocket, my UFO type thing. I say rocket very lightly. Basically, this took me to the moon and back several times, both on console and on Bedrock. So I'm very happy with this thing, even though it doesn't look the best. It still served me well. This here is a you said this is the skeleton then. This is my swimming. Oh, there's a creeper on it. My swimming place, and basically the idea of this is that it's it's just a swimming place. So you can see this is the waiting room, and then through here this is the locker room, where you can get all the get changed in that. This is where the pool is. This is the main pool with a load of diving boards, and then this out here is an outdoor pool, which is the only bit which looks decent. And I do like the way that I use the jack-o'-lanterns to light the pool up, because they do look a bit like pool lights, because they do look a bit like yellowy and greeny, like under the water as well. Or maybe that's just like the swimming areas around me. This here is my Hall of Fame, which you may have seen this a couple of times. Basically, every time I'm building around this area, I always come and add somebody into this and build someone a snow golem to like in their memory. Not in their memory. That's like if someone's died. I always build someone a snow golem just to remember the comment that they've done as a thank you. So there's a piece of them in the world. And then this here is my Olympics. You may have seen this very, very recently. It was part of my 800th video. The next video my lovely world will be releasing will be brilliant. Oh, the creeper! The next video of my lovely world that we'll be releasing will be where we all come over here with Jam and we all play this. But yeah. You can see these are all the different challenges. You can see we've got like javelin, we've got a tightrope, we've got a zombie, we've got a like swimming pools that you've got to swim up and down here. Then you've also got a hurdles as well down here with the cobwebs where you've got to jump over the cobwebs. So it was so much fun when we recorded this, and I can't wait to see you guys' reaction to it as well. It was unfortunate that Adonis Feline and Tyrannus blew it up when we came to do it, but yeah, that is just unfortunate. And there's a squid that's died in there. To go away, zombie. Go away. Go. No. Nobody wants you. Nobody likes you, zombie. Let's just drop all this rotten flesh as well, because it's filling up my inventory. It's probably best to go this way, actually, isn't it? So the next building I'm going to show is my fancy restaurant. And as you can see, this here is it's just a fancy restaurant, and basically the idea of this is it's called Fancy Food, and you can walk in, you can eat here. You can see there's the fish that go up and down the fountain, and then this is the kitchen, and then out here you get a lovely view of like a garden, which I think is pretty cool. Next door is my rubbish recycling. basically, the idea of this is that if you've got any rubbish to recycle, like I've got this pitcher pod, then I can throw it down here, and then I can flick this lever, and it will get collected and then dispensed into lava, which is why it is rubbish recycling. There we go. Because it doesn't recycle it, it just throws it into lava. This, I've got two shops down here. I might as well show these. This is Abaloi. Basically, the idea is it's like Amazon, but with allays. And specifically, this is coral. So I can order, say, some coral, some pink coral, and the allay will bring it to me. And now I can collect it and then take it home, which is very, very nice. And then this here is my drive-through. It's called like Fancy Food or something. You can see the lights turn on. Oh, God, that's like blinding. And yeah, this is like the counter. This is where people eat. And then have I got a no, I've not got a minecart on me. But basically the idea of, let me just lock this guy in there. But basically the idea is I'd ride the minecart round here and then I'd stop at each stop. And then as you can see in a second, I would like go into this cactus and the minecart would break and I would be fine. This here is the Sphere. And basically the idea of this is that it's a it's a shop. It's another fancy restaurant. It's not a shop. I don't know why I said shop. It's another fancy restaurant where I can go up here using minecart elevators, and you can see I can get a great view of my lovely world, especially at night time when it's all lit up. Let me go down here. And then next door is my fantastical fitment. So basically the idea of this is that you can see we've got all these different like designs of tables and chairs. What I would do is say I wanted chair 3 and table 1, and then I would press collect, and what it will do, it will bring the flat pack version of those two here and dispense them out, and then the minecart will go back in a second. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can see I've got the flat pack versions of those now, and so I can go home and rebuild them. This here is my UFO showroom. Basically, the idea of this is that instead of cars, I am selling UFOs. So these are all the keys, and then down here, this is the UFO itself, which is pretty cool. And then this here is my Bob's Blacksmith, and basically the idea of this is that it's just a blacksmith, so you can see you can buy all the stuff out here that you want that the blacksmith is making. And then in the inside, there's got some furnaces, we've got some anvils, we've got some gold as well, and then some lava as well, which is pretty cool. I thought I heard something coming in. Let me kill these. You can see we've got some lava and cauldron as well, which are smoking, some water, and then a massive furnace. And then this is a horse in here, which is getting its horseshoes done. Once again, I'm going to come back round to these buildings. This here is my food factory. These buildings were originally built as like twins. I was going to have bread in this one and pumpkin pie in that one. As you can see, a similar theme. Basically, I'm trying to find the most efficient way to farm the different foods that me and the helpers eat. But then eventually I just decided to make them both in this one, and then the next one stayed empty for literally years until like only like a couple of months ago I built a super smelter inside of it, and you can see there's a bamboo farm as well. So if we run out of fuel for the super smelter, I can take the bamboo out of the bamboo farm and put it into the smelter, and then I can carry on smelting all of my stuff. And I do actually use that as well, say if I've gone mining or something. This here is my flowery factory. Basically, the idea is this is where I get all of my honey, so I can light the campfires, and then I can open the door, and then I've not got shears on me, but if I did, I would shear all of these, and then I can close the door and extinguish that. Or I guess I can put the honey into bottles as well, and then the bees can carry on as normal. This here is my aeroport. Is it? Yeah, it's aeroport. And basically the idea is it's just a normal airport. You can see this is reception. This is the security, and you can see I get scanned, and yeah, I'm fine because nothing like buzzed at me. This is the waiting room where you'd wait for the plane. And then this is the plane itself. You can see I've got like a massive runway down here. I actually extended this when I moved to Bedrock just because I could. But yeah, this is the plane itself. I think it looks pretty cool, especially for my building standards. But yeah, as you can see, you may recognise this view from when I've taken off. Once again, I've flown this plane a few times, and the first time I actually tried to fly a plane inside of my lovely world, it got taken over by Verlaine and Tyrannus, and I crashed into that clock tower there. Up here, you can see we've got a helipad and a control room as well. But yeah, let's go down here, and then this is my park, which is very good, which is very pretty. My pretty park. You can see where it's got the name from, and basically the idea of this is that if you want to come and walk your dog, or just come for a I don't know, like a picnic or something, then this is the place to do it. And you can see this fountain like actually turns on and off, like just over time, like every now and again it turns on and off. In a second it should turn off, and then yeah, after that it'll turn on. There we go. And it leaves a bit of a silhouette of water. This here is my Tutti Frutti shop, and basically the idea is that I what's it called? What was I going to say? The idea is that I wanted to build like a fruit stall, and I got inspired from the song Tutti Frutti to build a giant toilet. So you can see, say I wanted to get a orange, I will press that button and it will bring down an orange, so which I can save that to eat for later. Doing this a bit of a weird order now. This here is my wavy world. And basically the idea of this is that it's an aquarium. You can see it's actually in the shape of like a big wave. This is the gift shop, and then down here, this is where you'd come and watch all of the monsters and all of the fish as well. But this is not very well lit up, so it's a bit of a battle if you want to go and watch the fish. This is the fishy takeaway. I've actually got like a fishy restaurant here, which is sushi. But basically the idea of this is that all the fish are fished up for you, and you can take them away as well. It's like my fish and chip shop, but only it doesn't sell chips. I've actually got like the basement down here, which is where everyone does all the fishing, which is pretty cool. And then this next door is my living quarters, and basically the idea of this is that it's a what's it called? It's a showroom for all of like different like living rooms. You can see a living room. This is a pretty cool way to do a couch. This is like a wall mounted TV. This is the kitchen, and then up here you've got like different ways to do beds and like toilets and bathrooms and a working shower, just like that. There we go. Oh, you can't really see the water. There we go. There we go. There's proof that the water does get dispensed out. I'll come back round to this. Let me go here, because this is another grave. This is unfortunately where Summer died. And it was actually... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. This is... Oh. I'm having a bit of a lag spike. But basically the idea is... not the idea is unfortunately Summer died when Steve was firing a load of arrows in the air, and just one of them happened to fly down and hit Summer. There we go. My lag spike is over now. This here is my hippie headquarters. Basically the idea is that this is where anyone who's got any complaints about the expansion of my town would come, and they would complain here. You can see it's all made out of natural blocks like water and wood and glowstone and pumpkins and that. And yeah, there's no like iron or like anything like fossil fuels in here, which is pretty cool. And then let me just dump that. This here, that's all the stuff that we've seen. This is my disco domain, and basically the idea is, oh, my alleys are here. As I mentioned before, I built like a proper area for them to live in. But yeah, I guess this is where I stored them before I put them in there. Oh, it's in here. Basically, the idea of this place is that you play the music disc and the floor moves. You can see that there's a disco floor, and what this would do is it would be moving if the redstone was working. Is there a lever? No. Oh, let's go down, and I don't know why there's some dirt there. Maybe that's to block the alleys from escaping. Oh. Has an Enderman taken this block? That's ridiculous. Oh, no way. That's ridiculous. Let me just like break a bit of this away, and then I can like... Oh, I've got the dirt from before. Where's the... Okay, maybe I don't. Okay, let's... Oh, no, because I need that for the redstone to work. Where can I, like, nick a block from? I'm determined to show you this working. Let me just, like, nick a piece of the floor. Oh, no, because that won't... No, that's fine. It's all right. I won't... I just won't concentrate on that bit too much. But yeah, basically the idea is that this, you can't really hear the music now, can you? That this floor will be moving, as you can see. Okay, this row's where I broke the blocks broken. But if I look at it like this, you can see the floor is moving along like this, and you could be dancing along to the beat. The only trouble is that now that we're on Bedrock, it like pushes you along with it. It didn't do this when I built it. I built this on 360. But yeah, there's a lot of drawbacks to moving on Bedrock. But then again, there's also like a few positives. Like, for example, I can actually get updates now, and my world doesn't run at like 2 frames a second, apart from before. This here is Party Poopers. Basically, the idea of this is that so that's like a nightclub. This is a place where you can get like all the stuff to get tea parties going. So you can see this is all the materials to do that, and then in this side this is where the till is, which is pretty cool. And then obviously the building is massive poos, which I think is quite funny. This is officially my least favorite shop inside of my entire lovely world. This is the Woodies. It is a wood shop, very unappealing. This here is my Kit Kat kit shop, where basically you can come and buy armor and come to get kitted out. So you can see there's the till. Basically the idea is that gradually, as you go up the levels, oh god, there's loads of skeletons and a witch, the armor would get better. And you know what, you can get a pretty good view from up here. Let me just try and go down before I get like blown up or anything by any of the monsters in here, and let's just leave that. Maybe I do need to come and light that up. This is my diner, one of my favourite things that I've got actually. It's just cozy. You can see it's in the style of an American diner. Yeah, on the inside you can see this is where all the chairs are. This is the little kitchenette they've got in the corner, and then this is the room where they store all of the food, which is pretty cool. This here is it's meant to be like a sheep farm. I don't think it's working at the minute anymore. But basically the idea, I guess I could show you how it's broken. So I wanted purple wool. Then I could get the purple wool out there. I would put it in there, and then in a second, if this part's working anyway, this would move back, and then I would like be able to share the sheep that's down below. I think all of the sheep have despawned due to a despawning glitch, and this happens now. Okay, this didn't happen last time I tested it. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's just a little bit broken. And then I don't think like because you're meant to get the items back at the end as well. It's all like a bit of an inefficient way of anyway. Yeah, I do need to maybe like redesign this, like rip out all the insides and yeah, rejig it. This is my amazing apartments. Basically the idea is I wanted to build like an apartment building, but I didn't really know how to, and until I just came up with the idea that there'd be like a tourist attraction where all the window shutters are opening and closing. So there's like a load of chickens in here which like open and close the thing, and you can see there's like some redstone access up there as well. And yeah, it's pretty funny that this will be a tourist attraction. This here, let's go like cut through these buildings, is my rather jarring milkshake shop. And the idea is that at night time that will be shaking or look like it's shaking like milkshake, which is why it's called rather jarring. But if I want a bread flavored milkshake and I can press that, you can see that the milkshake would get frozen. This is Mikey, by the way, who works here. You can see the bread gets frozen and then collected like that, and then it will get dispensed out in here, and then it will oh, there we go, it works. Some of my redstone actually works for once. It will get dispensed out there and then flavoured by that potion, and then it will get dispensed out here, and now I can have a lovely bread flavoured milkshake. Oh, it's like a bit of a loop here. Let's show this way first. This is my Mad Mental, and basically the idea is that this is a mental hospital, and yeah, you can see there's a pretty cool fog effect there. Don't spend too long on that. This is EJ's lovely school, and it's not so lovely. It's a big oh yeah, I put like a load of sheep in here because what's it called? Because this is the only place that I know that there's going to be a load of grass. Like forever inside of my world. I put all my sheep in now. This is my actual sheep farm, not that broken Rainbow Collection shop. Yeah, this is the playroom, and you can see up here there's a load of classrooms. These literally all look exactly the same, so I don't need to show that. Show all of them. Rubbish shop. This here is my back on track train station. Basically the idea of this is it's a train station, so you can see this is the waiting room, and then out here this is the train track, which is pretty cool. And then this here is the fishy restaurant. Basically the idea is they're over here, is you can fish up some fish. I think that's ice I'm fishing on, actually. Let me fish over here. You can fish up some fish to try and get oh, I'm fishing on the ice again, am I? I don't know. Let me like fish like right down there. There we go. Then I know that I'm not fishing on ice. But then eventually I would get the fish, and then I will be able to have some sushi. Next door is my doggy diner, and basically this is built in memory of all of the different dogs inside of my lovely world that I've had so far, or that have passed away. You can see the outside kind of looks like a dog, and yeah, this is the board of memories. You can see we've got Barney, Summer, Mercury, Blue, Barney Jr., Hannah, Lee, Bluetooth, and Fido. Those are all the doggos that have died. This is where like they come to do their business. This is where they come to eat, and then you can go through here into the staff only bit, and this is where you can get the food. You can get the bones in the mob trap. Let's not use that stone sword. Let's use this one instead, because I do not want this building to get blown up. Let's go to what's making all that racket. That is my TikTok shop, and basically the idea is that it's just like a massive alarm clock, which is why it's making the noise, and this is where they sell all the different types of clocks. You can see the grand clock on there. And then this here is my clock tower, which I've been mentioning all tour. Basically you can go and pay to go up here to see the inside of the clock, and a great view as well. So yeah, you can see this is the inside of the clock. Little fun fact, you can see from the other side, this would display the same time as what's on my TikTok shop. So if you want to make your world seem like, not real, real's the wrong word, but like well done, then like little details like that are always cool. Oh, I just realised there's one thing that I forgot to show off there. I'm gonna take this. Oh, you can see my rather jarring going off as well, just about down there. I'm just gonna take this opportunity just to like have a little look around and just see if there's anything that I've forgotten to show. I think I've shown everything that side. Yeah, I've shown all of that. I think we're nearly done, which is really weird, because I think my last tour was like 1 hour and 50 minutes, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, it's just only those three, and then there's that down there. I knew I'd forget something, that's why I thought I'll leave this till like the very end. Just because, one, you get a nice view of everything that we've showed off, and also because I can have a little look at everything. But I'm 90% sure that I've shown everything. But yeah, you get a great view of my lovely world. So let's go down and we can show the final couple of things, and Jam's house, which is, I can't believe I forgot. To be fair, I think I thought about it before. I thought, oh, I best not forget that when I went past it before, and then I thought I'd show it when I did the amazing apartments, but clearly I did forget. But anyway, this is my red barn. This is the idea of this is a massive red barn where you can come and pet some animals. It's basically a petting zoo inside of my lovely world. This here is my fashionable fashions. You can see some costumes there. It's like a fancy dress shop where you can come in here, you can get changed, and you can model your outfit. And then next door to that is my flowery florist. You can get a better view of my rather jarring shop there. This is my flowery florist. And every tour I've not done this in a couple of years. Every tour, I come in here and I try to say these names as fast as I can. So let's have a go. Tulip whites, tulip reds, tulip oranges, purple lollipops, blue tree, ready, your yellow, sporting spruce, brother bird, jaggly jungle, acrobatic acacia, a black forest oak, and oculus oak. So I promise I haven't been practicing that. I'm just I'm quite actually happy that I did it that quick, to be honest. And this is the final thing that I've got to show you in this video. Obviously, next video I'll be showing off my entire eFun. But yeah, this is everything that I've got to show you in this video. This is Jam's house, and this is Jem. Hello. Hello, Jem. Oh, let's shut that, actually, just so Jem doesn't go wandering off. This is the downsides of Jam's house. This is where I'd be watching TV. This is his kitchen with a pretty cool cupboard design. And then down here, this is the, like, some, like, chests for storage and that. And then if we go up to... Oh, God, that... Oh, that made me jump so much. Oh, that is awful. Oh, I wish I had face cover for that. I genuinely flinched. That was awful. This here is where Jam can sunbathe in the nighttime, and then through here, this is where Jam's got. He's got all of his shutters shut at the minute because he's not He's not him. He's home. He's not home at the minute. He's well, he is home. He's at the moon. But yeah, this is where he can come and get changed. This is some more wardrobes, and then through here, this is his bedroom, and then this is where the water would come down for his UFO. But I do believe that that is the end of this video. So, next video, I'll be showing off all of my minigames, not just the ones in the overworld. I'll be also showing off the ones in the nether, which I've not shown off for literally years, and I do not go there very often. So that will be very exciting for you guys to see. But, thank you all so much for watching. And, yeah, and I will see you all in the next one. But until then, take it easy, guys. But, oh, let's get inside, actually. Bye!